Welcome to another episode of All Things Connected. I'm your man, Just Daniel. I got my man, Tread the Great. Today we got another banging episode for y'all. I want to do something a little bit different this time. Today, I want to have our altar call moment. You know how you be at church and they say, if you don't got no church home, we invite you to join our church. If you don't have a podcast home, we invite you to join our podcast. Cue the church music. Take me to the water. Nah, I'm just playing, but hey, we do appreciate y'all tuning in, checking us out, hearing what we got to say, and we love hearing what y'all got to say. Let them know what we got on the list today.
Today, man, we got some trending topics. We're going to be talking about GQ Magazine Man of the Year. We're going to be talking about Josh Giddey allegations. We're going to be talking about an argument turned deadly. And we're going to be talking about T.I. versus King, his son King.
Ooh, T.I. versus, yeah, you're right. That's King. Ooh, King, one of his best albums, too. That's my favorite album of T.I.'s, man. That's a banger. That's a classic. Should have won Grammy of the Year. T.I., you know you my guy. I'm with you. Yeah. Luda, you that dude, too. But King, that was album of the year that year.
Yeah.
What's been up with you, D? How you been, man?
I'm good, man. Excited about another session with you, man. We always getting it in, growing the channel, learning in space, trying new things, and just figuring it out. And so I've been enjoying this journey. A lot of times, we think we supposed to just be able to be at the perfected state and skipping that process. And so I'm happy to be able to, be walking alongside with you, growing, building as we go. And so,
I appreciate you,
What about you,
bro.
man? How your week?
Man, it's been good since the last time we shot an episode. I had an all-white party that I went to.
Nice, boy. You was so
I was kind of fly.
Boy, you was so clean.
I think
boy,
so.
Boy, you look so good. Boy, that confidence.
Had my little chest hair out.
Man, that confidence is all on you, D.
I appreciate you, man. So yeah, it was phenomenal. They had an all-white party here in Houston.
Nice.
About a couple thousand people showed up. Met a great couple, had a good time with great people, and had a great night with my wife. And so it's been good, man. I tell you something, man. We getting older, D. Yeah. I just it's something about getting older, bro, that it's different, man. And I was thinking, like, for us right now, what's the worst part for you at this age? What's the worst part of getting older, bro?
For me, the worst part about getting older is staying in, I don't want to say tip-top physical shape, but staying in, like, just a shape, staying in a physical appearance that I'm confident and happy with. That's the thing. Like, when you're younger, your metabolism burning, you up and down, you don't have no joints and pains, you don't have any of that stuff. And so, for me, it's definitely like staying in tip-top shape, working out, hitting the gym, disciplining the diet. And so that's the sucky part of getting old for me.
Got you. Yeah. Man, for me, D, this may sound weird, but I got like 3 gray hairs in my nose, bro. It's killing me. D, when I say every time I look up, I'm looking like I got boogers in my nose. Yeah. But it's just these 3 gray hairs. And I'm like, man, that ain't something that you die. You can't Beijing it. I wish all my hairs was gray or all of them was black, bro.
Either or. You got to trim them suckers, boy. As soon as they get going, you got to trim them. That's another thing, too.
And you don't know.
Gray hairs and losing hairs, like the little lining on the side. My lady just had to put a little black on me to, cover me all the way in, get me together. I was like, man, this little hole, I can't handle that on camera. So she penciled me in, brushed me down. Yeah, that's another one, man.
You got to do it.
Oh, my God, bro. That is ridiculous, man. So
you know it's real, bro, when you catch somebody looking at you like, man, I know they think I got a booger in my nose.
Yeah. Man, you got to shave it.
It ain't no booger.
Shave
I do, but I'm saying, like, you not going to shave. When they come through, they come through.
Shave
and then
you get the nose raised.
You shave them every day?
They're not gonna grow that long every day where they visible. If you get the nose thing,
D, my nose hairs.
The nose right, get you to look raised. It's electric.
I got it, D. they come in fast, bro. They fast and furious. I promise you,
gotta
bro.
be diligent about it, then, man. Yeah,
that's
I got
true.
a few grades like in my beard.
I don't mind them. It's just these nose hairs. I don't mind a few grays I got up top in my beard.
I'm learning to embrace
I don't care about all that.
I'm learning to embrace it.
Yeah. Exactly.
So what you want to tackle, man? You want to get into this Josh Giddey thing, man?
Let's do it.
You've been hearing it, man. It's all over the internet. Josh Giddey is an NBA player. He plays for the Oklahoma City. He's a second and third year player, so relatively young. Like I think he's like 20 or 21 right now. So he has these allegations out on that he was dealing with a underage woman, right? Underage teen or whatever you want to call it. So these are all allegations, and we're just gonna talk about this. And so he hasn't been suspended from the NBA. Mm-hmm. They are doing investigations. I think the city and the state are doing investigations. I think the NBA is doing their separate investigation. But apparently the team has known about this for like 2 years. And so he refuses to say anything. He's smart. I'm sure his attorney told him don't say nothing. So after the games, they continue to ask him about it. He say no further comments. They're doing their due diligence.
Very smart.
But it's been some other NBA guys that said he definitely was lied to. That's the latest. Andrew Bogut came out on his podcast was like, hey, he met her in an 18 older club. She didn't tell him about her correct age. And so, yeah, let's talk about this, man. How do you feel about these allegations, man? And what do you think? Do you think things need to be put in place to protect both parties?
I do. Allegations, it sucks, especially when you have these like underage rape. It's such a touchy topic, and you don't want to judge too soon, but you also don't want to let the person go scot-free if they actually did it. You already know, like, if, in my opinion, if you rape or taking advantage of an underage kid, you a freaking clown, you a pedophile, you whatever. Like, we need to get you out of society, to be honest. Or you need to get you some help. But in these cases where it's false allegations made, right? Because that's what I want to address, not just the allegations. We're talking about false allegations.
Sure.
If that is the case.
Yeah.
I think we do need to have something in place that deters women and men from making false allegations, because these are serious allegations. When you're telling somebody, you was messing with this underage young lady, you messing with this young age girl. She ain't no young, she's a girl, right? Or you raped this woman, or you raped this girl.
Sure.
That's a slippery slope, and you never get that character back. You never get that. How can I say this, D? You're never looked at the same.
It's like the stain is always on you. It's just like you spill some ketchup on a white T-shirt. You can wash it. You can bleach pen it. It's still gonna be some stain on it, no matter if they say you're innocent or not. That's the unfortunate part.
Yeah, and then if they do find you innocent, the headlines and the media and the cameras and the lights, it's not as much. It doesn't have the same effect.
Sure.
They don't report it as strongly. It's not in the media every day. They not asking. Like, if he's found not guilty, they not gonna ask him about it no more. They gonna ask him about it 1-2 times and it's over with. But they ask him about it every day when the allegation is first put out there.
Yeah.
And it just sucks that that's why our society is, they gonna focus on the negative, but when it's positive, nah, this is a wholesome young man. This lady, on the other hand, her character should be in question for the rest of her life, but she gonna skate into the sunset. Nobody's gonna know who she is, right? But him, he gonna always have that attached to his name. When you Google him, that's gonna come up.
Yeah, and that's the unfortunate part. Like, if we find out that she definitely lied about her age, because we don't know what evidence will be presented, but let's say if that's the case, like, media outlets need to blow her up. We need to start seeing these people who are making these individuals lose their credibility, lose their money, lose their endorsement deals, and break their family, man. It's like, it's defamation of character, and it don't need to just be swept under the rug. And I think that's why so many people feel like they can do this, because like, oh, I can straight do this. If I win, I get compensated, I get money. This person gets basically destroyed. But if I lose, nothing really happens. It's the same thing.
No consequence
like when
at all.
Javante Davis, that whole thing got blew up when they said he was beating on a girlfriend. They found out she was lying, staged the whole thing. He actually locked himself out so that she couldn't attack him no more. Chris Brown.
I'm glad you're bringing these up.
Chris Brown came out. The girl said, you know, Chris Brown raped her. Oh, Chris Brown, he always been this type of... But nobody come and defend these guys. And they lose. Jonathan Majors. He lost his Marvel
That's
deal.
what I was thinking about.
He lost so many. The Army commercial, they pulled it on
got
TV.
Pulled quick.
Man, these guys are losing, like, not only, like you said, not only their credibility, but they losing tons of money, bro. And then for these women to come out and say, oh, no, I was just playing, or it wasn't true, or I made the whole thing up, and then nothing happened to them. Like, when do we put rules in place? If you falsely accuse somebody of something to this magnitude,
that egregious,
you have to like do the time. You got to get fined. You got to get sued, and we gonna put your face, even though nobody know you. We gonna put your face on all TMZ, ESPN. We gonna put your face on all these media outlets, and we gonna start. We gonna start hanging y'all, because then that'll make people that do these things just because they emotional, just because they can't get what they want anymore, it'll start making them second guess this stuff. But as long as we don't got nothing to protect the other people, it's going to continue to happen. And it's so unfortunate, man, that them people got to live like that, like you say, with that stain on them for the rest of their lives.
And what you saying, D, that's the minimum. It's people out here that's actually going to jail.
Sure.
For false accusation. Look, bro, I don't want to spend no time in jail for no false accusation. Like, these dudes got money so they can post bond, but they still got to go through that whole process. I don't want none of that. I don't want to be in handcuffs. Bro, I was a cop in the Air Force. Handcuffs ain't fun. Anybody who then got put in some handcuffs and had to ride in the back of a squad car, anything like that, take mug shots, that's not a fun process.
It's not, man.
We don't want none of that.
That's very
and then some people, they losing years of their life, D.
Yeah.
Years of their life. And then only to find out, hey, this person didn't do it. That's a lie. And you know what, and some people, they settling. I'm like, I ain't settling nothing. So I got two things for that, D. Men, y'all need to start being very careful and cautious about who y'all invite into y'all life.
Very true.
Start
doing
being
your
responsible.
due diligence. Like,
man, start having people present. Now, obviously, you ain't gonna be having nobody present when you're having sex with these women, but you need to really take it slow, because at this point, y'all got a target on y'all back.
Yeah, very
like
true.
It's a whole bunch of sharks in pretty dresses with pretty bodies and pretty faces, and you are the prey. I know y'all think y'all big and bad and y'all
untouchable,
got muscles and
you got the power, you got the money.
None of that, bro. It will bring y'all careers, y'all lives to a screeching halt. Yeah. Y'all really need to be more cautious about who y'all are inviting to y'all lives, man. Yeah. And the type of women that y'all selecting.
Sure. I would definitely, like, if I had that type of money, man, I definitely would be like doing my due diligence. As soon as you tell me your name information, I'm having somebody research you, look you up. Like, it's so easy to find people, like, their information, bro. Like, everything is like public
that's crazy.
Record. Like, I would definitely do my due diligence, bro.
Dude, people do that right now. Women will look up your information, run you through this database to see if you got a wife and kids. They'll run you, see if you got one.
See if you got one.
Yeah, and they ain't got money like that. So why these dudes going out here ain't even, come on, man.
Yeah. They not taking it serious. They just hooking up.
They not taking
it. I'm just
bro, they
up.
just high life. I can get all these women. Yeah.
Yeah, so, man.
You can't keep doing that, man.
Like, great advice, man. Young boys, older boys, man, y'all got to protect yourself. And then if he's guilty, if this is the case, man, like, then he deserves whatever.
He deserves what's coming.
He deserves what's coming. And I think that's simple.
He deserves no summon for sure.
Yeah. Let's talk GQ Magazine Man of the Year Award. GQ Magazine.
Okay.
Man, I'm a huge this one bothers me.
Okay.
Because I love GQ. I'm subscribed to their magazines, fashion stylists and stuff like that. And so I'm following them on Instagram and stuff like that. And then once they put the Man of the Year award out, and I saw it came through my Instagram, and Kim Kardashian was voted GQ's Man of the Year. That GQ has always been like a man's man magazine too. Like, you know what I mean? So for them to put Kim Kardashian.
Not no more.
Yeah, exactly. For them to put Kim Kardashian on the front of the cover of GQ was insane to me. Like, that's crazy, dude. And then I read the comments. They were back and forth. You had you got the woman, you got the gender war that was going on through the comments, and then you had, you had the trans community that was in the comments and stuff like that, because everybody was saying like, well, her stepdad won Woman of the Year, but then you had, which is crazy, and you had people saying like, no, but he changed his gender. Kim Kardashian hasn't said she identified as a man. You see what I'm saying? Like, so that's two different perspectives. That's two different things. So GQ say she's Man of the Year, and I just was like, this is nuts. Like, where are we going with this, man? Like, this is a man's magazine. It was all about masculinity. It was all about the suave man, the masculine man. It was all about like being fly, being confident, being successful. And now you introduce a known woman, a woman that identifies as a woman, to be Man of the Year. Yeah. It's nuts, bro. I'm going to be honest, man. This right here serves as the perfect example of why your values, your identity, your beliefs cannot be rooted in things like a GQ magazine. Yeah. There's no way in the world that Kim Kardashian, or is it Caitlyn Jenner? Yeah. Could be the Man of the Year or the Woman of the Year. Yeah. No way. Yeah. It's too many men. I'm not even talking about millionaires, billionaires. I'm talking about the average man who's just taking care of his business, going to work every day, out here, that you can put on that magazine. Yeah. That has no worth. That has no value. And people need to start realizing that. It's similar to when Drake and J. Cole and all these other guys, they're figuring out, hey, we put certain things on this pedestal, right? We put these Grammys, these Oscars on a pedestal, trying to make that our self-worth. Bro, I don't care that Kim K is a GQ. I don't care about that title because it's crazy to me. Yeah. Right? That my value system could never allow me to accept no nonsense like that. How can she be the man? How can she beat out all of these men? How can Caitlyn Jenner beat out all of these women that are doing phenomenal things? Yeah. Like having a baby. Yeah. that's just the baseline. Right. What are we talking about? Bringing new life into our world. Like, absolutely. Like, what are we talking about? Like, what are we doing here? And so, for me, I wasn't plugged into that anyway. Yeah. But I'm telling you, D, I would unplug to that from that so fast, because now you all are showing what agenda you're trying to push. You're showing your values, and they simply don't align with my values, and that's okay. Right. Your values don't align with my values, but I'ma take this street, and you can take that street. Yeah. And if our values do align down the road, or our values do align on some things, then that's fine. Sure. But we got to stop putting so much emphasis and so much importance on things like this, because they are showing you every day where their values are aligned. And to be honest, it's all about the money. It's all about the controversy. Like, what are we talking about? Yeah. I'm sure you had some great finalists who check every box. Sure. The first one being a male. Yeah. What are we talking about? Yeah. It's like they're just trying to cross over everything. Like, you have certain women magazines that's exclusively tailored to women. GQ was that magazine for men. Like, you open it up, you see fly, confident, successful men in in their greatness, operating as men. Like it's like I understand the movements that's going on. I understand whether you agree and don't agree, but like there's still levels of exclusivity to certain things. Like women still have women stuff, and that's okay. We don't try to. We don't have to try to make those things war. Like they can exist together. They can be together. They don't have to. Oh man, been gracing this for y'all been in control for all this. You know, it's not that. If I have a boys club that I go to, that's a country club, or that I'm subscribed to, that's all male, that's fine. And y'all can have y'all all women stuff. It doesn't have to be this constant friction. And so I feel like they did it to please an agenda. I feel like they did it to please a group of people that probably been emailing them and sending hate mail and stuff like that. And they just, Kim Kardashian is the easiest woman to put on there. Like, you know what I mean? She's the easiest.
But I think they also did it for the shock value too, though, D. I'm be honest, I don't
GQ don't need no
GQ magazine.
They don't need no shock value, bro. This is GQ. Like if you
everybody needs shock value these days, bro. It's too much media, it's too much competition out here, bro.
Man, GQ,
you have to have that these days.
They too solidified, man. Like it's just they are who they are. Like they don't need that, bro. People rock with GQ. They got.
That's not true, D. I disagree with that. And the reason why I say that is because you need the next generation to subscribe to your stuff. Just like you can say that about the NFL, about the NBA, about women's tennis, women's soccer, because you have other generations that are naturally brought up into that. We can bring DJ, Tiger, we can bring our daughters into this room right now. They don't have a clue about what GQ magazine is.
Yeah, but I introduced them to it. There's always a next generation of people who's gonna get older and start seeing like, okay, this is where the masculine fashion style men come to. And this,
I don't think too many people thinking that nowadays, D.
Man,
I disagree with that.
Man, just like you taught just like we taught my sons about the NBA and the NFL, and I can show them this magazine, and I can say, hey, look, this is cologne you wear, this is handkerchief, these are suits, this is what a masculine man looks like, and they would be fans of it. It's the same thing. You get introduced to it. Nah, right now they're not at an age of where they tripping off that. But if I introduce them to it and give them value in this, then of course there's the next level of fans for another 100 years. That's how all of it is. We introduce our kids to everything.
Yeah, and man, I would be interested to see what their numbers are looking like. Whether they're going up, whether they're steady, or whether they're going down.
Yeah. Well, you know,
that's what I really would be interested in seeing that, because I think that has, like we were saying, children, they not watching TVs no more. So you can't put your ads on TV. So you got to move to the social media.
And that's GQ.
You saying GQ magazine. Nobody's looking at magazines.
Right, but they
no
still
more,
got
bro.
A social aspect to it. I'm not looking at the physical magazine. I saw it on Instagram. So you follow GQ because GQ is a household name from man's fashion and style. So it's like, okay, I'm going to subscribe to them on a social media platform. It's the same exact thing. They got millions of followers on GQ right now, bro. Like, it's a big...
Yeah,
it won't fade out. Like, but now because you doing stuff like this where you're gonna lose a lot of your following, because it's a lot of people that don't agree with that, bro. Like, and it's fine.
And then they also gonna gain some.
Yeah, but now it changes over. This is the changing of the guard, and the man's man who felt like this is for men, which is. We can have our own stuff. Just like women got their own stuff. They're going to unsubscribe to that, because now you're going to start getting real feminine with it. You're going to start putting a bunch of women on it, and they ain't not going to be interested no more.
But what you're saying, D, I think this is a great transition. And this gender war, men versus women, like you didn't know this stuff. I think what you're saying is the importance of a man in the home, in the community, present. I think that cannot, no community, no society thrives, maintains, does anything without the presence of a man and the presence of a woman. It just doesn't happen. We need both. We have to start working together.
Exactly.
And I think this kind of what That's what we seeing, bro.
Yeah.
Even in this, you mentioned the T.I. situation.
Yeah.
That's a father being present.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's an interesting topic. Like, I think it's so much to unpack with that, bro. The GQ magazine, like, I don't even want to get that too much more thought for real, bro, because there's nothing too much for us to learn from that. Y'all said the man over here is a woman. Cool. That's y'all business. I'll run y'all business the way y'all want to run it.
Yeah.
But this T.I. thing, I think it's a lot to unpack with that, bro.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about T.I. versus the Young King.
Yeah.
Man. You seen the video?
I haven't saw. I really didn't know this was a situation because I don't really be on social media that often. And so when you said that, you told me a little bit of it, but to see the video, I want to check it out.
Okay, let's check it out.
All right.
You need to hold your breath. I don't want to be in these gates. I want to be outside in the neighborhood. That's why I want to be over there.
Oh, pause it, D. You hear what he said?
Who?
King.
What part?
He said something very, very important at about 1:40. He said, I don't want to be in them gates. I want to be outside the neighborhood.
Okay.
That's a huge statement, bro, because what he's saying is, y'all raised me like this and y'all still see me like this, but that's not what I want. I want to be out in these streets. I want to see this life that Pop, you glorified, that is
it's glorified all over our world.
Yeah. Sure. That's what I want to be. Like, I don't want to be in the comfort and safety of this house. And unfortunately, bro, so many young men have that mentality, bro.
Yeah.
I want to be outside. I don't want to be in this house. Bro, your daddy worked so hard and he did what he did, whatever the case may be. But he knows their life. He knows dead or in jail.
And that's what he said. T.I. say, my history ain't no mystery. I really live what you think you trying to live. But that's the cost of it all. That's the cost of it all, man. Like, as parents, and we grew up in the city, bro. We saw the county boys, man, and they was trying to project this private school boys. They try to project this certain toughness, and we like, dude, like, you have no idea what it's like to be outside in the trenches, like to really be in that life. Like, even if you weren't even all the way in that life, but just even have to walk through that life and survive that life, because this was the environment that you was handed. This wasn't nothing that your mom and dad selected. This is where they came from, and this is what it was. And so it's the same thing, man. It's always that county boy want to live that city boy life. And
vice versa.
And vice versa. The city boy want to live the county boy life. It's the same thing.
Yeah, because bro, I don't want to go to this. I don't want to keep going to this environment where, D, I'm going to tell you like this, bro. I switched elementary schools 4 times. Mm-hmm. Every time I had a fight on the first day.
Yeah.
Every time. Literally the first day I called a cab, and it was a boy and a girl, and the dude, I got in the middle, and the dude just hit me in my jaw, bro. And then the girl just started punching me.
Right.
We in there straight banging, bro.
Just because you the new kid on the block.
Just because I'm the new kid. They not knowing, like, the neighborhood that I come from, we fight all the time.
Right.
So we fighting.
Yeah.
I'm cool with it. Bro, why we ended up being super cool after that?
Yeah.
And every school after that, it was always some cat who, it's a new guy, let me try to pick on him.
Yeah.
Plus I'm short. You know I'm already a small guy.
Right.
And now we fighting. And then T.I. like, bro, you ain't never had to have no fight. You ain't never had to be tough.
Right.
Like, but some interesting stuff happened in this video, bro. I want to get back into it because I think it's very important to see the different dynamics at play during this video.
Y'all ready? Cause he can suck and pacify over there. He was 12 years old. He was sucking pacify. He was 12 years old. He couldn't do that in the house. You
crying like a baby. Hold it real.
Yeah.
They trying to say I was over there trying to suck a passy, but they ain't gonna tell you everything like that. They trying to hide it.
Ain't nobody hiding
Sugarcoat it. He capping.
He capping.
Hey,
He know I stand on business. He know that. Can't no nigga ever pull my car ever in life.
Because he didn't grow up in an environment where they had to pull his car.
I stand on business. You drop me in your hood, I stand on
I don't
business.
feel like you stand on business.
Yeah. I've been stood on business.
But it started off like they
I've
were
been
joking
stood
and
on
laughing.
business.
Like T.I.
You
Tip
wanna
Time
hide
was
it for
kind
the
of
world,
cracking on
put it
like,
out there
dude,
for
you
them
not
to
like
see.
what you trying to project yourself
I
to
wouldn't
be.
put up nowhere.
Yeah.
You ain't had me put up nowhere. Like you ain't had me behind a mansion. I was outside doing what I wanted to do.
See, that's the thing. Like, they think because they outside doing a little bit that is that real life, and it ain't.
I drunk too much. Let's go. You get mad because we say the South ain't the suburbs. Then he want to talk about some other shit. Like this being serious. Just being serious. No, I'm being real. You lying. You lying.
The tone, you can see his tone is changing.
Oh, he getting serious now.
You capping.
Yeah, he's hurt.
You
He's
capping.
getting embarrassed.
You capping.
Yes.
I know you. I know you.
Pause it, D.
I know you.
Shut
I
up.
know you.
Ain't no
T.I.
mystery
ain't
about
no
I know
mystery
you.
boys. They always rapping.
Right, right. Straight dropping balls in the
Straight dropping balls.
conversation.
Ain't no history about it. Ain't no mystery about history.
Oh, man.
That's hella funny,
Bro.
boy.
I know you though. I know you though. I know you. What's wrong with y'all? Why y'all doing that to me? Y'all know me. You know I stand on business. You know I stand on business. Why you even letting somebody play with me like that? Why you letting somebody play with me like that? Why you letting him play with me like that? Why you letting him play with me like that? No, ain't no joking. Ain't no joking. What do you mean?
You are embarrassing yourself. You embarrassing yourself. You are embarrassing yourself. You are embarrassing yourself.
Man, get off me.
Man, what is you talking
Man, get
about?
off me. Like, what the fuck? Man, get off me.
Well, you can't do nothing with me.
D, this is so prevalent in so many homes. Especially when your teenager is getting up in his age and yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, and too many times as fathers, we don't know how to de-escalate the situation.
Yeah.
Bro, this exact same situation happened with me and Pop.
Yeah.
I had my little job, I was making my little money, and Pop said something. I can't even remember the particulars of the conversation, but I do remember I bucked up.
Mm-hmm.
And him as a man, bro, you not finna buck up to me in my own house?
That's what it is.
Man,
The
Pop
father's
punched me in
not
my...
gonna de-escalate. Like, that's not gonna happen in their house.
But we have to learn how to do that, though.
Yeah, no, sure. My patience is getting tested right now. With my 13-year-old gonna be 14-year-old son.
Yeah,
Attitude.
yeah.
And he ain't really be bucking up, but it's the attitude, it's the tone, it's the disrespect, that in the way
It
you
is.
saying stuff. Like, I'm like, hold on, bro. Like, nah, I ain't the aggressive one. Like, you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
It's-
But you are, or we hope to be more mature. See, in that moment, you got to realize, oh shoot, my son, he embarrassed. It's too many people around, and what he really saying is, are you trying to act like I'm a little chump, like I'm a little punk? I ain't no punk dude. So now, I know you because I am familiar with you. I ain't familiar. People used to tell us all the time, man, hey, your daddy was like that. I don't know that side of my daddy. You can tell me that all you want. But I know this love and caring dude. So
and he used to tell us stories, but we went there to see it. And in action, that's the difference. Like, okay, this dad telling us
It's a
stories
difference,
of his past
bro.
and what he used to do. And, like,
Yeah.
but I don't see him like this. My dad is tucking me in at night and paying for
Yeah.
lunches and teaching me about life and being a man. Like, yeah, so
yeah, bro.
yeah, I look at it different because I was raised, man. I'm raised from that old school, them old school values. You don't talk back to your parents. You don't buck up. You don't raise your voice. You don't get an attitude. You don't do none of that. And so I think if we're gonna charge a father with de-escalating, we gotta also teach our sons how to communicate. So my son booked up to me. I was like, hey, look, I ain't even about to get all up there because I know when I get there, your head gonna be through the window. That's how I feel. Because I know that's what would happen if I did all that to my dad. And I was like, you know what? I ain't gonna go back and forth. Like, I'm a strategist. I'm gonna just take stuff from you. I'm gonna just pull back. I'm gonna change the way the lifestyle that you live in. And so, in that moment, I'm done talking. And I was like, nah. I'm like, you don't need to be done talking. I said, you need to approach it differently. Like, it's something that you asking me for. I'm saying no. You get an attitude about it. Now you need to work on your approach. Period. There is a different approach that you can be given. Like, hey, Dad, what are some other options? Or are there some other things that I can? Is there some things I can do to get what I want? There is a way that a teenager should approach his parents as well. And so, like, I'm totally against this disrespectful, like, hard guy, like, and his mom, and not only T.I., your mom was talking to you too, so why you just bucking up to T.I.? Your mom was the one that was on there, like, you only want to go for your grandmama's house because she let you suck on a pacifier till you was 12. You went outside, you cried over there, she spoiled you and gave you everything you want. Like, so, where that energy towards Tiny at? Why you coming at your
Because you're not going to have that. But you're not going to have that. You're not going to have it because it's just the way, I don't know, it might be inherent in young boys. You don't really be trying to show your strength to your mom. You know you stronger than your mom. So I ain't really going to approach you like that. And some of the kids do. That's fine. But when it's a male presence, he the real threat. Because I'm perceiving y'all as a threat because y'all attacking me. I'm not excusing the young man's behavior by any means.
Yeah, for sure.
I know his behavior because I was that with my dad. And so me having that history, now I have to be in a place to where, and I'm not saying I would be, but I'm saying we need to start growing and maturing to a place to where you see exactly what's going on. What you just described, D, that's you noticing what's going on and de-escalating the situation.
Yeah. No,
when you say, nah, you don't got to be done talking, you gotta have different ways to communicate.
Yeah.
That's you de-escalating the situation. I can tell right now where this going, and from the little bit that you told me, that ain't happen.
No.
His ego was hurt, the young man, and now T.I. ego is like, nah, I'm about to show you who the big dog is.
Right. Who the real king is.
Who the real king is, because I actually live that life. And no dad is going to let his son punk him.
And embarrass him in front of people.
Yeah, but the whole time you don't got to be embarrassed because you still my son.
Yeah.
I need to take you in this situation and say, hey, man, come here and let me holler at you. And I know you're going to buck up at that. Hey, son, calm down. It's just me and you here.
Right.
Forget all these people. Forget all these cameras and all this stuff. This between me and you. Let them record. Let's talk. That's what we need to start seeing.
Yeah.
We need to, and that's what's happening. That's why you hearing, oh man, his son shot his father. Bro, a father, I know my son can't do nothing with me.
Right.
I don't need to put my hands on you to display that. Unless you try to physically fight me, then yeah. But 9 times out of 10, the son ain't the first one to get physical. Yeah. Now, if they do, then yeah, I gotta put you back in your place. But I gotta start teaching you how to communicate because you just showed him confrontation equals violence. And that's what's happening in our society. Confrontation should not equal violence. Confrontation should open up more communication. Confrontation can just be that, confrontation without violence.
Yeah.
That's what needs to be, that needs to be the lesson. You always gonna have disagreements. Me and you gonna disagree on something today, tomorrow, a year from now. I can't get upset and say, are you questioning my manhood, D? Mm-hmm. Well, now what's up?
Yeah.
That's where we gotta go. We gotta check our own egos as men.
Yeah.
Look, now, if he do take it there, then I'm gonna take it there and I'm gonna show you what it is.
I ain't saying nothing to that. Cause my ego, my dad, I wanna get aggressive, but you're absolutely right. Like, we have to start furthering these conversations. And that's why we had this, this podcast to give alternate reactions and perspectives and opinions, because like, yeah, it can lead to that. Like, you fighting your son, then what? And he always got this quarrel against you. You always looking at, like, it ain't, there's no end in that. And so, no, you're absolutely right. 100%.
And that's not just a charge to T.I. too. That's also a charge to Tiny and women. Y'all see this getting out of control? It used to be a day when a woman would be like, hey, calm down, y'all. Mm-hmm. And you still got women out there like that, so I ain't gonna try to act like all women are just escalating situation. Right. But you saw your son getting like this too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
He looking at this like, y'all trying to embarrass me in front of that's probably one of the worst things that you can do, is switch sides up on people. Let him talk his stuff. Y'all know he wasn't like that.
Right. Yeah.
Bro, we all watched you on national TV. You not like that.
Right, being called.
But, D, but half these rappers ain't like that. T.I., you should know that.
That's true.
Most of these rappers, they not living that life, or they have not lived that life. And the few that try to continue to do it, you know what they do, D?
Yeah.
Dead in jail.
Yeah.
So I would tell him that, look, bro, look at the examples. The ones that tried to live that life and tried to stay on that path, dead or in jail, son. Yeah. I don't want that for you.
Yeah. Well, and sometimes you just gotta let a kid learn, bump his head, and let him deal with the outcomes. Be a man. Like, they pulled up an old clip of the Family Hustle when King was like, I need my career to start off right now. He was like, you ain't did nothing. Like, he was like, just work. And King started crying, oh, but I wanted to. Like, being a little coddled little boy, like, you could tell he was raised around a bunch of women, and he go on a tantrum, and T.I. like, stop coddling that dude. Like, they grab him, let him go process his emotions and make a decision, and he have to live with the decisions that he making. But you ain't hard, bird. Turn something don't go your way, you crying. You already highlight yellow. Come on, bro. Nobody got about you ain't intimidate nobody with these Goldilocks dreads, these weird lips and bad teeth job. Come on, bro. Like, you ain't like, come on. And T.I. know that, like, so it starts young with a father teaching his son how to be a man. As a man, you can't process everything through your emotions. You just can't, man. It's sometimes I don't even feel like getting up and going to work. But as a man, I gotta get up and go.
You gotta do it.
Totally against what I feel. Yeah. Like, it's sometimes I get mad and want to walk out of work. I can't do that because I got responsibilities. And so, like, man, look, this type of behavior started young, and the women didn't allow that father to raise that young man, and that's you seeing. This is the byproduct. You know how
I feel about that. He gotta move all that out the way and say, this is my imprint on you. Yeah. He got to move all that out the way, and then too. Let him be a studio gangster. Just tell him how to really operate in these streets.
That's enough. That's a great perspective. Or just let him. He's at an age where he's making his decisions. Just let him make his decisions.
That's what I'm saying. But still,
I tell my son all that. I said, I instill values. I've trained you. Now I'm your coach. See, it's a friend stage, it's a train stage, and then it's a coaching stage as our kids begin to develop and get older. I say, I'm more of your coach now. I can't play the game for you. DJ get to make his own decisions. Now, there's consequences behind every decision you make, whether it's good or bad. But I'm going to sit back and advise and coach. And then I'm going to let you bump your head because that's what you got to do. I don't care how many times I tell him, don't do this, don't. He's going to make his decision. King is at the age where he going to hold his guns, where he going to see the money. Because like you said, the apple don't fall too far from the tree. Even though he wasn't out there, he listened to your music. He's seeing this is what's popular. He's seeing this is what the little girls like. He's seeing this how you go viral, how you make the money. So that's what I want to do. Allow King to do that. Allow King to be whatever he think he going to be. And guess what? He going to come back running to his mother and father because he going to shipwreck.
He's going to be the prodigal son.
Because you're not built like what you think you built like for. Go on, like T.I., man, stop putting your hands on the dude. Just go on, let him do his thing. Because that's what had to happen to T.I. He had to get hit with 3-4 felonies and get, all right, this your last time, we going to hang you. Sometimes you got to let people bump their head.
There you go. And all these guys figure it out. Y'all don't grow up like that. Y'all look up to that type of life. Not knowing that life gonna chew you up and spit you out. I don't care who you are.
Sure, because you're not built like
male. I don't care if you built like that or not. It's still gonna chew you up and spit you out. That life don't love you.
Exactly.
It will embrace you. That life is like a siren. Greek mythology, where they sing and then it'll lure you in just to kill you. That's what that life is. For men and women. There's so many people out here, bro, that think they want to embrace that lifestyle, not knowing that that lifestyle don't got no love or no loyalty to nobody.
You ain't lying. You ain't lying.
That's what's gonna happen. Young men, young women, it's gonna chew you up and it's gonna spit you out. And you better hope and pray that you're still alive, that you're still in one piece when it does that. Too many people then lost limbs, the ability to walk, the ability to see, the ability to think right. Mugs get out here on drugs, whole bunch of other stuff. You're around a whole bunch of vipers, snakes, and wolves.
Yeah.
Who know your daddy.
Well, shout out to the other two sons, the money and what's the other one name?
I don't know them cats, D.
The other one
I'm
doing
my business.
Look, the other one doing country music, and he's doing phenomenal, playing the guitar, well-rounded kid, you could tell. The other one, the money, he's a successful rapper. Like, give me J. Cole vibes. Like, he really give me like J.
That's the one I know about.
Yeah, and
he cold.
You know, they respect him. So shout out to them boys, man. King, you gotta wake up, man. Like, you could be a rapper. Like you say, you could be a rapper. You can talk about all that stuff, but man, don't let that stuff consume your life, look, bro. Like, and you know, I understand where you are. Like he said, he was one of them kids before. I was one of them kids before. So we get it, man. You a teenager, you trying to figure out life. We understand. So, man, ain't no knock to it. You know, unfortunately, they're a public figure and public family, so you know we get to talk about it. But you know, like my son going through it. Like he ain't trying to be in the streets or nothing, but it's just that natural testosterone going through their body. They feeling like they, you know, they can make decisions. Yeah. So, you know, it is what it is. So, but shout out to T.I. for fathering his son, man, not giving up on him and quitting and being a voice and a force. What's up, son? I got my young son. He ain't come on.
The Tiger Man.
Yeah, you can come on see Uncle Dan. Say, look, he right here. Say what's up. So I got
what's up, Tiger Man?
I got my 6-year-old, and you know he been getting in trouble in school and stuff. So it's a constant battle, man. We got to train these kids and raise these kids, and so I love it. Sometimes it's gonna be some confrontation. Sometimes it's gonna be some confrontation. Yeah, for sure. So speaking of confrontation leading to conflict, man, let's talk about this argument turned deadly. Let's talk about
turned deadly.
Yeah. What's up,
man?
Son? Okay. No, you're not going.
D, this argument is crazy.
You're not going where you're right. Okay. All right.
Hey, he love his brother and his cousin, boy.
But he in trouble. Like I normally would let him go, but he ain't been doing well with his behavior, so he ain't ready to go. Yeah. So let's talk about this, man. Kind of explain the situation, man. What's going on with this, D?
Gunfire erupts, leaving 3 men dead. Police say that this was started as an argument between neighbors. The 3 victims are a father and his 2 sons. Police identified the victims as Hector Rivera, who initially got into the fight with his neighbor. The other 2 victims are Hector's sons, Frank and Jeremy Rivera. Police say the shooter was 33-year-old Pierce Hompler, who allegedly shot and killed the 3 men outside of a North Miami apartment complex Monday afternoon just after 4:15. Police say Hector Rivera and Hompler, who are neighbors, got into an argument which then turned into a fight where the suspect allegedly pinned Rivera to the ground. Investigators say Hector's sons, Frank and Jeremy, ran out to help their father. That's when police say Hompler pulled out a semi-automatic gun and shot all 3 men.
He was on top of victim 1, and then the victim's sons came over, and then he pulled out a gun and shot them.
We got to learn how to de-escalate these situations, bro. Confrontation cannot keep equaling violence, death, killing, destruction, bro. Like, learn how to have a conversation with your neighbor. Learn how to have a conversation with another man. Learn how to have a healthy disagreement with another man, bro. Because I can guarantee if that man, the father and the 2 sons, would have thought about, man, I could lose my life today. I will lose my life today if I go over here and have this argument with this man and start, which will escalate into a fight, which will escalate into this man shooting and killing us. They would have never did it. And the same thing for that man. If he would have thought, bro, this man coming over here, he about to argue, we about to fight, and I'm about to kill his behind. Him and his 2 sons.
Yeah.
That's different, D. And we never think about that, bro.
Could have been different. Could have been totally different. Man, it goes to show you that we haven't been taught and trained how to manage emotions, bro. We just haven't. We just allow ourselves to get worked up. We allow ourselves to get angry, and then we lose control. And it's what I'm working with my 6-year. My Tiger is 6, bro, and I'm working with him on that. Like, he gets mad, he throws tantrums, he acts out, he does it at school, he does it at the home. Like, and I'm teaching him and training him, like, hey, you can't behave like that because you get angry. And it's the same way with grown men. If I don't train my son how to control and manage his emotions at 6, this turns into uncontrolled anger issues at 21. And now you got to go to get locked up, go to anger management class. No, your anger management class should have started at 5 and 6 years old. It shouldn't start when you behind bars or when you then assaulted somebody because somebody cut you off on the road. Did you see? You saw the other video where the dude got out of his car. I guess he cut him off on the road, got out of his car, and hit the dude windshield and cracked it with the bat. And then the other dude reversed his car and just tried to hit him, tore his car up. Both parties' cars just tore up. All over road rage. All over untamed emotions. So we gotta train ourselves, man. We gotta. These conversations have to be.
It does.
Talked about in the home, bro. This stuff started at home. Like, you can't get mad, bro, and lose your temper and go out and start punching, kicking, cussing, screaming. Like, that's not. You're not gonna get the results out there in the world.
It's always somebody.
Everybody don't care about you.
Crazier than you are.
Like,
it's always somebody that is stronger, bigger, can fight better. And it's also some people who just don't care about life. They don't value life. You always have to take that into consideration. Because if you don't, that can be the day that you lose your life. I've always prided myself in having the ability to think under pressure and to think when everybody else is losing their mind. It matters, bro, because that's when you're present enough to really start seeing what's going on. Oh, this is getting out of hand. I need to get up out of here. Or this out of hand. I need to de-escalate or just disengage.
Right.
Right? The 2 sons, they should, man, hey, Pop, let's go.
Yeah.
This ain't even worth it. Because people ain't fighting no more, D. Like you said.
Right.
Yeah, you have to control your emotions because you think, oh, I'm about to put my hands on this person and beat this person up. Nah, bro.
That person about to kill you. And then they changing the laws every month in different states. Like, you stand your ground. My life was in fear. I got 3 dudes in front of my home. Man, that's an easy kill and get away with it. Like, y'all over here in my crib. 3 of y'all intimidating me. I'm scared. Here in Missouri, man, you can kill somebody.
And now you got to think about that family.
Kill all 3 of them and get away. Walk away scot-free.
Think about that family, bro.
Because they own your property.
And this is why I say men and women need to do their part in de-escalating the situation. Right? Women, don't start bigging this man up to defend your honor.
Sure.
Take his behind and say, hey, let's go home tonight. Right? Let's have the ability to go home uninjured. Yeah. Right? In perfect health. And let's go home. Sons, fathers, uncles, brothers, cousins, whatever. Hey, bro. Let them have it.
Hey, D, exactly what you're saying I had to do with DJ. You know, DJ played for Matthew Dickey, Bulldogs, 13U. They the state champs, 2nd place in the region, ranked nationally. Like
because he doing it and be laying, boy. That boy be laying some hits, boy.
And so that happened, man. We was over at we was in Centerville. When I pulled up, it ain't no police presence, no security presence. It's the neighborhood.
Know what's
stuff,
going
man.
down.
People sitting on top of cars. They barbecue a hot dog. They got the it's that environment. So
For
when I
real.
put on my light, I'm like, I said, babe, it's about to be some shit today. Like, and so they get the plan, the game chippy, the referees janky. Like, they ain't protecting the dudes. It's blindside hits, like chop blocks, all this stuff going on. So people getting injured. The boys tensing up on both sides. And man, before you know it, fourth quarter come, we win it, man. Both sides just storm the field. So it's some people that's smart enough that's thinking, like you said, trying to de-escalate the situation. And then one kid from my side ran back over there. And so at this moment, I'm like, hey, we done already de-escalated one situation. It's only gonna get worse. And so my son, he gets up and he runs over there. And I'm like, DJ, let's go. Like, I'm thinking get my son to the crib.
Yeah.
Like, I ain't thinking team fighting. Like, I ain't on that no more.
Right.
Like, we done de-escalated. They had a little fight, little scuffle already. Now it's, man, he was not listening, D. Man, I grabbed him by his neck. And he was like, Dad, you ain't got to do me like that, girl. And I changed his whole thought. Because in his mind, he wasn't even hearing me, bro, and listening to me. He wanted to go fight with his teammates. And I understand. But at this moment, I'm being your father. I'm like,
buddy.
son, you got a lot of football to play. You got a life to live. You run over there and some gunshots go off. Now, you the innocent kid, the good kid that ain't trying to fight nobody for real, they get shot and killed, and I got to live with that on my conscience for the rest of my life. Nah, let's roll. And we got in the car, I called, and he said, Dad, I understand. The next day, he's like, Dad, I understand. Like, you know, you just kind of want to defend your team. You fight these your brothers. I said, I get it. I understand. I say, but that's why you have a dad. To supersede all of that. I'm your family. Them your football buddies. Y'all about to go y'all separate ways next year. Like, some of y'all might stay friends along the way. I say, but you got to come on with me, son.
Go.
And my job is done. Because you got in that car and we made it home. Man, we all the way across the water, man. You tripping. And so, you right, man. Being smart, being tactical, being strategic in these situations when tempers are flaring, when
I was
anger,
thinking that, D.
Man, one kid say the coach on the other team showed him a gun, bro. And people have been getting shot and killed this year. At practices, parents walking up to coaches, they getting into it, shoot, like it's been really going down, bro.
Because we grew up in that environment, bro.
That's all I'm thinking about. That happened a week before.
We know somebody strapped up.
bro.
As soon as you described that, I knew.
Yeah.
Nah, bro. If that would have continued, D, somebody would have been ignorant.
Somebody
think.
That's exactly what's gonna happen. That's exactly gonna happen. And so you got to be smart, man. You got to be strategic, man. Somebody got to keep a cool level. And so that's why I'm training my boys in, man, because things can go wrong real quick. You proving your toughness and you bad can leave you dead in a casket and leave somebody without a family member, without a father, without some brothers, without some friends. Like, and it's not a good thing around the book. Nobody wins when people are like violent. Nobody wins. I don't care. You got bragging rights to say, I beat her up. Like, we won the fight. You know what I mean? Like,
you know what else, D?
We got to look at the
I'm gonna tell you
overall
another thing.
picture of this stuff, man. And so,
we need to start putting our children in like combat sports or martial arts, boxing, jiu-jitsu, because once you start developing that discipline,
UFC, I agree,
9 times out of 10, you develop a respect and you develop a confidence to where you know, man, I can handle myself, so I don't need to prove that I can handle myself. Right?
Yeah. That's what happened with DJ, bro. I did that young. When he was in school and stuff like that, he was fighting. It's like when you train that emotion, when you train that rage, they know when and when not to use it. So now DJ be like, man, I straight destroy you for real, bro. Like, but I ain't trying to. And so you absolutely right. We need to get our kids in boxing, jiu-jitsu, karate, like to help them manage those emotions. I agree 100%. And I think every boy needs to learn that. Like,
they do, D.
Every young boy needs to learn how to protect themselves.
In that discipline, they're learning other disciplines. Sure. They're learning how to respect people. They're learning how to have healthy confrontation. That's a lot to be going at somebody trying to take their head off, and then when that whistle blow, that bell ring, then all of a sudden you gotta back off. Yeah. That's a different type. And then, like, I saw this one video where this guy, he was pouring into the kid. The kid had some type of issue to where he didn't believe he could break a karate board or something like that. And so the man poured into him. And so it's so many different elements that we need to start embracing and teaching our kids to develop them. Like, I rarely see, like, I saw it in little kids, D. I'm going to shoot you this video. 2 little boys. I'm talking about little, bro. Couldn't be no older than like 7, 8 years old. One little dude got in there and was like, like trying to punk him and put his hand. And the other little dude was like, all right. Bro, when I say they blew a whistle, the little dude who was just so calm, cool, and collective, dipped down, hit him with like 3, 4 liver shots. Bow, bow, bow. The dude dropped. And the one who was, I'm trained, so I don't got to be acting tough.
Exactly. I'm trained to do this. The one who was
so
really
calm,
bad,
in his
wasn't
mind,
talking,
I'm so
wasn't
ready
loud,
for this whistle to blow. I'm so ready for this bell to ring. He don't even know.
Yeah.
And that's the confidence that you have. Like, once you learn, once you become trained, it's no longer, your ego is removed, because you know what happens? You done got your ass beat. You done went through the fire. You done went through the furnace. So you respect people because you don't know what the next man is bringing. But you know that you trained. So now I got to respect everybody that I run into.
Yeah.
That's what we got to start getting to those levels, bro.
Yep. That's true.
But yeah, man, hey,
that's true, bro.
Like you said, man, and that's the male imprint on our little boys is so important. It's so important. So yeah, I love seeing you with your boys. I love seeing James with Uriah. Man, I love seeing that, because the world will have you thinking we abandoning our kids.
Yeah. Nah, man, that's the biggest lie and the biggest myth out there, man. Like, man, men and black men especially have always had a desire to father their child. Now, I ain't gonna say all, but I think the percentage is way higher than what's being projected, man. I can only be a great father because I had a great father. He can only be a great father because he had a great father. You see what I'm saying? And so, you know, it's not always easy. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's a fight. Sometimes it's confrontation. Sometimes there's, you know, egos at war. However, you know, we get through it and we learn and we love and we grow together. And so my son's gonna be all right because they got an all right dad. That's just what it is. And so, and the cycle continues. They're going to be good fathers because they had a good father, and it's just passed down. And so, yeah, man, I definitely appreciate these conversations. I love how you father your girls. You know, you ain't got a boy. I know y'all working on a boy over there.
No, we ain't.
I know there was talk. You say there's been talk. There ain't no work being put in.
Man, I'm done, bro. This body at 36, I don't want to start over. I'm ready to be empty nesters walking around this house butt naked. You feel me?
Man, I be having mixed emotions, man. I be wanting a daughter, man. I be having that.
I know.
That daughter fever. I feel like I think that daughter will really balance me, bro. Like, cause you got that feminine and that masculine dynamic, and I think she would just be spoiled unimaginably. Like, I just would pour so much into her. Like, So I definitely want that. But then I think about, like you say, the age and like just my boys DJ getting ready to go to high school. Tiger turned 7 next year, so it's just like, hey man, you almost done. Like, you want to start over?
My thing is just it's the gap. It's the gap. I will have 2. I won't have 1. Yeah, I had 2 because I want them to be present with one another, because I think that's a very important dynamic in raising that child. The fact that they learn that it's not all about them. When you have an only child, they had that only child syndrome, and I'm already super, I ain't super disciplined, but I'm disciplined enough, and I am, heavily old school, so I ain't finna be catering and pandering to your every need, and it's hard to do that. So I had 2, not 1. So yeah, man, good, bro. I think these are great subjects, and not for the Not for the superficial stuff.
Yeah.
Right? Not for the GQ. I don't care about that. See the value. Like, you know, the
Right.
T.I. versus King. See the silver lining. See what we can do better. Take the situation and break it down, diagnose it, and see where did he go wrong? How can I take the situation and show my son this, show my daughters this, show my family this? Hey, this could have been handled like this. Real life scenario. Because this is happening in homes every day. The man shooting the three dudes, a father and two sons, bro, I would hate for that to happen to anybody I know. To be, bro, gone today so fast. Like, here today, gone today. Nah, man.
Yeah.
I would never want to feel or to go through some stuff like that, man. Not at
terrible,
all.
Bro. It's terrible.
Yeah, and what's the other NBA player name?
Josh Giddey.
Josh Giddey. Hey, young men, y'all need to start protecting yourselves, man. Y'all better start being cautious.
Yeah.
Life ain't just all party and fun time. Nah, man. Y'all better start. You know what they need to start doing? Connecting with these older men who went through these same scenarios. I know y'all want to live this nightlife because y'all coming from small towns and then y'all going to big cities.
Yeah.
And that stuff
Didn't
cool.
have no money. Now you can afford whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But man, start connecting with these older dudes who done already been through that stuff.
Yeah.
And get some wisdom in y'all.
I'm not sure if the NBA got something like a rookie got to hang out with a veteran. Like,
it ain't no vets no more. That's what they be saying. The oldest dude on the team is like 25 years old. 27. That ain't.
It's some vets still, bro. LeBron
D-Day.
still playing. Chris Paul still playing. Andre Iguodala. You got the older JaVale McGee's. You got DeAndre Jordan's. It's veterans on every team. Bro, I can name veterans on every team. I think there needs to be some things implemented. If there's not, the NBA needs to implement some time where these rookies got to spend times with veterans and they need to talk about real shit. Not just, oh, you're a rookie, carry my bag, pay for dinner, do all that.
Yeah, the hazing
like,
nonsense.
Yeah. But like really, and I'm sure you got that, but I think it needs to be implemented on like, okay, this is how you live, this is what you need to do. Stuff like that. If it's not already. And so, yep. Yeah. Good talk, man. Good talk, bro. Another great episode of All Things Connected, man.
Yeah. And as you see, all things are connected. The smallest little thing, like, it's connected. We're all connected, you know.
Yeah.
Whether it's in the big media, like, that was connected to us, because, like we said, that happened with us, and I know it happened with me and me and Pop. Just me being honest.
Right. Yeah, these everyday situations. Like,
everyday situations. And if you taking that, oh man, nah, man, move past the superficial stuff, what they want you to focus on, and folks start learning these lessons. And that's really what All Things Connected is about. Learning these lessons and growing. It's about the growth. If y'all take anything, any value, and thank y'all. If y'all still tuned in to this point, we appreciate y'all. If you still tuned in to this point, give us a comment saying, I tuned in to this point, and we gonna enter y'all for a chance to win $100. Let's do that.
Hey, let's shout out Steve Jameson, man. Let's shout out some of the people that's been
commenting. Oh, man. Mark A. Daniels.
Mark A. Daniels, he been tapped in with us, man. Ronald Roberts, he been tapped in. Navila, she's been tapped in. Latanya Hill's been tapped in. Tyler Flowers, my beautiful lady's been tapped in, of course. Shout out to y'all.
Strings EMB.
Strings EMB.
AYT.
Strings. AYT is our mom. She's definitely tapped in.
Love you, mommy.
Shout out to all y'all, man. Your wife, man, who's been commenting and watching. Maddie was on there one day, and so, man, we definitely appreciate
Raquel Gant.
Oh yeah. I don't know who that person is, but whoever y'all are, man,
we appreciate y'all.
We appreciate y'all for not only watching, taking the time out of y'all day to watch, but subscribing, commenting, and sharing the stuff, and just connecting with us. because this is a platform that we want to build like a community. It's not just about me and Dan talking. We got so many things planned. Like you said, we got giveaways that we're going to do. We want to pay people bills. We want to like redo our elderly's homes, going there. You know, because our elderly's, they be in their cribs for 30, 40 years and roofs leaking and stuff like that. We want to, you know, go in there, redo their whole house for them because, you know, get them a home makeover. And it's all contingent on the success of this channel. And so this is not just meaningless conversation. We have plans to better communities, better families. And so, yeah, and that'll transfer over. So thank y'all, man. Everybody who commented, like, subscribe, we definitely appreciate y'all.
Well said, bro.
Yeah.
Well
Boy,
said.
Tread the Great.
I'm just Daniel.
It's all things connected. Thank y'all.
All things connected, baby. AD, man, I appreciate you, man. I love you, bro.
Same to you, man. Love you too.
All right.
All right.